Howdy, howdy, folks, and welcome back to my Loreplay series. This is Greeny McGee. Last time, in the last episode, I threw out a lot of speculation. I think I've pretty much decided that none of it is really all that viable. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I'll talk about a little bit more about some of the theories if I can today. We're gonna talk to a lot of NPCs today and take a look at a couple of items. First, let's head back to the Hunter's Dream. All right, so let's start out by looking at this. There's really nothing there significant. Just wanted to show it to you guys. We also picked up this, though. Badge of the Royal Guards of Canehurst, loyal guardians of the Vileblood Queen Annalise. Man, that's a tough sentence to say. The Vilebloods are hunters of blood and hunt prey as they search for blood dregs. The hunter who joins them is faced with a decision to merely borrow their strength or to become one of them, heart and soul. A secret symbol left by Carol, runesmith of Bergenworth. Several runes contain a nuance of blood, including the rune of corruption, associated with the Oath of the Corrupt. Pledgers to this oath are Canehurst Vilebloods, hunters of blood who find dregs for their queen in cold blood, particularly in that of hunters. Yet the corrupt are heretics in the eyes of the church, and thus subject to the wrath of the executioners. So, yeah, not really. I don't feel like there's a whole lot of information. Maybe I'm missing something on those two items, to be honest with you. At least not a whole lot that we've talked about, or that we haven't talked about. The corruption, it's just talking about how they're undead. She has rotted blood, Annalise, in her veins. They are undead, just like those horses that we saw were undead-looking horses. I'll go ahead and talk about a few things. I do think it's interesting that she always refers to herself as us, or our, or we, and she says we are prisoner to this wretched mask. And she said we. I think that's interesting, almost implying that it's not just Annalise, almost like she has multiple personalities, or there's more than one person living inside of her or something. Sorry. We know that inside is eyes on the inside of the head. I don't know. It's also interesting that they can hide her chambers like Rom could hide things. That's more proof that the forbidden blood that came from Bergenworth was Rom's blood. I'm going to read just some notes that I took. The executioners. These are some things that support my theories, but I'll talk about why I don't think my theories are very valid. First, Alfred talked about the executioners all escaped and left Logarius in in Castle Canehurst. I think a possibility is maybe he didn't want them to learn of his Vileblood background, with his father being, the scholar that brought the blood, and maybe Annalise being his mother. His father was an executioner, so he could be killed because he's not a Vileblood. He wasn't undead, but his mother Annalise was undead, so she couldn't. And I think maybe it's possible that he just didn't want the rest of the executioners to learn of his background, to learn that I don't know, he comes from the same bloodline as the Vilebloods. But I don't really think that all adds up, because why would an executioner come from Bergenworth, first of all? That doesn't really make sense. And second of all, executioner is not a proper noun on the gloves. So I think it's just referring to just executioner as a general term, just an executioner. Also, Logarius kind of looks like a Thumerian, which we don't know anything about Thumerians yet because we haven't done any of the Chalice dungeons. But, yeah, let me make sure I don't have any other notes about anything. Yeah. I don't know. So I don't think my theory adds up, but it was fun. Fun to think about anyway. At least it was for me. Let's check the garden. Make sure we don't have any Garmins. And we don't. We definitely don't. That's fine. That's just fine. Alright. don't think we need to level anything up or do anything, do we? We do, however, have bloodstone chunks now. Yeah. We still have a lot of strength, so never really leveled this one up all that much, so I'll just keep doing that for the time being. I don't think I got any blood gems. Oh, I did, though. I sure did. I forgot. Yep. No. Cool. Very cool. Alright. Runes. We'll go ahead and put that on. And put Blood Rapture back on. Because we really are a Vileblood at this point, basically. It also makes sense that the Vilebloods use Blood Rapture because they use this weapon here. Foreign-made weapon wielded by the royal guards who protect Annalise, Queen of the Vilebloods at Castle Canehurst. I always say that backwards. When the intricate rippled engraving that spans the Shikage's blade is imbrued with blood, the sword sings in scarlet hues. However, the rite eats away at the wielder's very essence. A lot like that katana in Dark Souls games. I forgot. But yeah, they use that. So Blood Rapture, it provides health whenever you land a visceral attack. So that just makes sense, honestly. Silver helmet worn by the royal guards who protect Annalise, Queen of the Vilebloods at Canehurst Castle. This paper-thin silver armor is said to deflect blood of ill intent, and it is what allows the royal guards to capture prey for their beloved queen, so that one day she may bear a child of blood. So she's hoping to have a child of her own. I don't know if it's the same kind of child that we, the nightmare newborn, if it's the same kind of thing or not. I don't know. Really don't know. Let's take that stupid crown off and put our Yarn Hunter cap back on. Now we're going to head back to Central Yarn. Gilbert. When you thought you were going to die human. It's so sad. Honestly, I hate killing Gilbert. I like Gilbert a lot. He's like our only friend. Well, kind of. Claw mark. What does claw mark say? The claw mark is an impulse to seek the warmth of blood like a beast. It strengthens visceral attacks, one of the darker hunter techniques. Although the difference is subtle, runesmith Carol describes the beast as a horrific and unwelcome instinct deep within the hearts of men, while claw mark is an alluring invitation to accept this very nature. Poor Gilbert. Our good buddy. Our good friend. See inside his house? Well, it's not his house. It's a house that he was in. But clearly he was not immune to the sanguine plague.
This town's finished.
Which sucks. Just sucks. You always want to take out these guys. They drop blood vials. And it's really easy now. Never have too many blood vials. Doo-doo-doo. Doop-doo-doo-doo-doo. We'll just head along back down this ladder right here. Pay no mind to the crows behind us and head straight for this guy back here. Oh, this hungry little guy. He's a hungry hippo. Take our blood vials and also that. Thick, pungent red was drawn from the organs of some unfortunate victim. sad, sad, sad day. Sad day in Central Yarnum. There's always, it seems to me that FromSoft really likes to put in a pure character, a character that no one could hate. And there's always something that happens to them. Something bad always happens to them, it seems like. And Bloodborne is no different. We are gonna take our time right here. See if we can get a dialogue that I mentioned earlier. Way earlier. This could take a second.
So cold, dear sister.
That's the dialogue that leads everybody to believe, and maybe this guy is a brother. Possibly could be Gascoigne, another one of Gascoigne's kids. I don't know. It doesn't seem likely, but
You haven't by any chance seen my little sister, have you? I told her to look after the house, but she's run off somewhere. She's still quite small and wears a big white ribbon. Have you seen her out there anywhere? Oh, how did this happen? Why would she ever go outside? At least I'll have something to remember her by.
never noticed it, but you can... What's behind the window? No, maybe not. It happened again just there. So, Gascoigne possibly has another daughter. Yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. Just a sad story, really. Oh, Ariana. Not looking so good.
Oh, there you are. Forgive me, I'm a bit out of sorts. So, no blood today, I'm afraid. Oh, there's something wrong with me.
Notice she is clutching her stomach. Clearly, there is something wrong with her. Oh, and I mentioned that she's a Vileblood. She's not. She's not a Vileblood. She's just a noble from Canehurst. Clearly, not all nobles from Canehurst are Vilebloods. Also, I've talked about theories on this guy being Archibald. It really makes sense to me. Archibald was an eccentric. He was weird. He was accepted as a weirdo. And this guy's pretty weird. And he's got a murky past. I think this is Archibald.
Once the night of the hunt passes, suppose give it a thought.
Archibald. Yeah, buddy. Of course.
Oh, there you are. You're early, dear. Is anything the matter? You can always tell me. Mother will make everything better. What's wrong? Anything you'd like to tell me? Oh my, you poor thing. But don't you worry. This will help you forget. Forget your troubles. Forget your cares.
Apparently I haven't done this yet. I haven't even started this dialogue.
Oh, what is it, dear? Are you in a bind again?
We're going to skip some of the laughing.
You poor thing, but don't you worry. This will help you forget your trouble.
She's losing it. She's got plenty of sedatives, though.
Oh, what is it, dear? Are you in a bind? Oh, but don't this will... Oh, what is it, dear? Are you in a... Oh my. Oh, now, have some patience. Mother will make everything better.
Granny's going to make us some more sedatives. She's good at it.
Ah, your lies spin a web, but I see through your deceit. I did not learn from books. No. I learned it all with my own mind.
Alright, you're still a jerk, I guess. And you're crazy. Alright, let's take a quick break. And head on down here. So we see the progression of our NPCs. Some of them aren't doing so good. In fact, most of them aren't. The only one who seems to be doing okay is the one that we don't care about at all. No, that's not true. I like Archibald. I'm going to start calling him Archibald. I like Archibald quite a bit. These things are also good to kill now because they're pretty easy and they drop blood vials. That's what you get. Because I don't like your kind at all. Alright. Let's go talk to our good buddy Alfred.
Good to see you safe. Now, let's think up something to discuss. Just tell me what piques your interest. Aha! Is that the sigil of Canehurst? I've heard tell of Canehurst nobles and their amusingly pompous invitations. Wonderful. I thank you profusely. I will depart immediately, but first, a token of my gratitude. Ah, I feel my master's hand at work. Praise the good blood, and let us cleanse these tarnished streets. It has been an honor, but I must say goodbye. Let us cleanse these tarnished streets, and may the good blood guide your way.
So there are now 2 Vilebloods left in the world, according to Annalise. Me. She's unaware of. And Annalise. And he now has a summons to Castle Canehurst. So you can guess what his plan is. Next move is going to be... Yeah. We'll stop here and take a quick peek at some new items that we have access to. Nothing new there, really. Oh, Logarius Will. Weapon wielded by Martyr Logarius. Excuse me. Band of Executioners. Ah! That's interesting. Executioners is lowercase there. So, I don't know. My theories might not be so bad after all. I don't know. I didn't notice that. Used to slaughter the Vilebloods in Canehurst, bathe in pools of their blood, and forever steeped in their ire. transform to release the power of the will and manifest their lingering rage in a show of utter brilliance. I have never used or seen that weapon used. No idea. No idea. Alright. I don't believe we got any new guns. We did get this, though. The odd helmet worn by the band of executioners, proper noun, commanded by the martyr Logarius. The conical gold helmet, symbol of the executioners, represents luminosity, ambition, and an unflagging resolve to face impurity, staring it down with stern golden spirit. As the great Logarius once said, acts of goodness are not always wise, and acts of evil are not always foolish, but regardless, we shall always strive to be good. Because he was conflicted because it was his father. No, yeah, they really believe that they are a bright and pure band of people hunting down evil. And they are pretty much hunting down evil. I guess that's not too far from the truth. All right, let's head back to... Not that.
Look, I've done it. I've done it. I've smashed and pounded and grounded this rotten siren into fleshy pink pulp. There, you filthy monstrosity. What good's your immortality now? Try stirring up trouble in this sorry state. All mangled and twisted, with every inside on the outside for all the world to see.
There's that giant Logarius Will. So he's just crazy now. Just freaking crazy.
You, is it? Look at this. Thanks to you, I've done it. Well, isn't it wonderful? Now Master can be canonized as a true martyr. I've done it. I have.
Well, at least he can die happy, I guess.
I've done it. I have.
But he really hasn't. And Logarius knew that he couldn't kill Annalise. We have queenly flesh. Notice it's still pulsating. Let's read about queenly flesh somewhere. There it is. What remains of Annalise, blood queen of Canehurst? This pinkish lump of flesh remains warm, as if cursed. All hail the undying queen of blood. Yep. She's undead. All right. Head back to the Hunter's Dream. All right. Let's go find Alfred now. He's returned back to his original position. I'm really hoping that DLC tells us maybe a little bit about the Vilebloods, a little bit more about the Vilebloods and Logarius. I don't know. I hope. I'd really, really like to see more about it. But yeah, Alfred, man, he went crazy. He got really excited. Really excited about trying to kill Annalise. He thinks he did. But I think that Logarius knew that was just kind of a waste of time. But in all honesty, if there's no other Vilebloods, if there's no one else around, I don't know. But if he left the queenly flesh behind, maybe someone would come along. I don't know. we'll learn more later about how how Annalise is, how she stays around. She's not dead. That queenly flesh that we have it's still her, and she's still alive. She's just, there's not a lot she can do right now. She's very limited. And that's Alfred. Man, I don't know if he killed himself or I don't know what. I guess he was. There's a crown there. I don't know, man. I don't know where he got that crown. I don't know. DLC would be nice. DLC would be really nice. That looks kind of like an executioner wearing the gold Ardeo. There's a crown. I don't know. Man, I don't know. Let's read about that rune, though, real quick. Secret symbol. I always read that. The rune for radiance adopted from the sworn executioners under Logaria's command. There's a lot about executioners being bright and radiant. The executioners despise the impure Vilebloods, and no matter what the circumstances, would never cooperate with the bloodthirsty hunters who serve the undead queen, Annalise. But they did, because they cooperated with me. And I have the corruption rune on, which is an oath rune for the Vilebloods. So, yeah, he's just dumb, I guess. No matter what the circumstances, yeah. So that's going to be it for today's episode. That's all we're going to do today. I'm sorry there wasn't a whole lot of action, a lot of walkthrough. There's just more of a lore-based kind of NPC episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Next time we'll find the Nightmare Frontier, and I'll show you guys how to get through that a little bit and hopefully discover a few more things. As always, it's been a pleasure, and I'm looking forward to the next time.